Happy New Year! I wish every good wish to be healthy, to be strong and achieve all of your goals in life. And of course, don't forget to play chess. Now is the best period to set up your goals and try to achieve them. And let me ask you, what is your main goal for this year? What you would like to do? You're very welcome to write it below in the comments. I'll be happy to reply, to exchange some wishes, etc. I don't know what your goal is. You're very welcome to write it, but here is one game of my friend. My friend George plays 5 years chess already, only 5 years, and he played with Hikaru Nakamura. He challenged him, and we have a very, very interesting game. And cut the end. So without further ado, let's check that game. George with white pieces start the game with this move b3, the Larsen attack. It's very nice. He used to play this opening a lot. He's playing mainly only this opening, and okay, he learned it very well. Hikaru replied with g6, a very nice reply, and we have a fight immediately with a diagonal, right? So George played bishop to b2 now. He's attacking the rook, and Hikaru is forced to develop the knight. Now he played e3, another solid move, and we have bishop to g7. White setup is like a Queen's Indian defense, something like that, with reserve colors. We have knight to f3, d6, a very solid setup, d4, okay, short castling, bishop to e2, George just developing his pieces, and you can see the times here and here, how much time they are thinking, and of course it's time to strike in the center. But look at that, he played e5, right, and from the first opinion you might think that this is wrong, it's a mistake, right, because George can capture that pawn. But Hikaru had something in mind. He is a very tricky person, he analyzed a lot of opening ideas, and you might keep it in your repertoire. Watching games from strong players is very nice because we can recognize and understand new things. And the idea behind that move is to put the knight on d7, knight f d7, and that pawn now is pinned. I don't know how to add colors. Okay, maybe like that. Yes, and this pawn is pinned because the bishop here is hanging the bishop on b2. So white cannot protect that pawn solidly. And now we have c4, a logical move. Knight c6, putting more and more pressure. Very nice move. Black it's not in a hurry to capture that pawn. We have knight to c3, knight d takes e5, and short castling. We have knight takes f3, bishop takes f3, and the position is approximately equal here because both players are controlling the center well. We cannot say that black has facing any problems, but it doesn't matter so much. We have rook to e8, queen to d2. Both players try to develop the pieces and play chess, right? This is a very nice move because he's protecting the bishop here. We have knight e5. This is very strong, very aggressive move because he would like to capture here the bishop and create the double pawns in the king side. So this is logical. He went back, bishop to e2, and bishop g4. This is another very nice idea, and you can see Hikaru immediately tried to attack him. If you don't attack in chess, your opponent will attack you as well. He is trying to attack. For example, after the exchanges here, he can jump with the queen on h4 and create some mating threats against the king side. For that reason, George played this very nice move. Of course, he didn't capture here on g4, but he played knight to d5, and he keep a knight here on c7. He would like to give this double attack if the queen leaves somehow, and he is creating some tactical tricks now because if you can see, he would like to capture the knight, eliminate the defender, and after that capture the bishop. So Hikaru captured immediately on e2, queen takes e2, and now we have c6. This is a sharp move because he is taking away the knight, but this d6 pawn will be weak for all, right? It's very difficult for black to push it forward. And step by step, George exchanged some pieces. He liked to do that a lot. I don't agree with this strategy, but he would like to exchange pieces, and as you can see, it's nothing wrong with his position. Now we have knight to f4, queen h4. Okay, the queen is alone there. If the knight jump here on g4, then it can create something, but right now it don't have a lot of problems or attack. We have g3. Maybe h3 could be more useful here, or he can just bring a rook in the center it looks normal as well. But he played now g3, okay, we have queen to e7, and now George continues his successful, let's say, strategy. He's trying to exchange pieces. Okay, of course this is not a very good move, because now he should try to do something against the d6 pawn if I played with white pieces. My plan here could be something like that, put the rook in the center, and after that the bishop on a3, try to put more pressure against the d6 pawn, right? But he just captured here. Here Nakamura recaptured with the d pawn, the knight is under attack. He played knight to g2, not a dream square for the knight, but okay, it's a square, not to lose it. This is important. Now we have e4, a very nice move, try to liberate the diagonal for the bishop. We have rook d1, g4, another nice move. He's trying to attack, but the material is limited here. The knight is a little limited. Now he cannot activate the knight easily. This is white's problem. He cannot go on h4 on f4, but he played knight to e1, and he found a new route to activate the knight, maybe on d4 and a little later on f5. Nakamura is not playing very deeply when he plays blitz games, because he's streaming obviously and he's not thinking too much. He just plays random moves, and you can see moves like that, like g5 looks very aggressive, stop the knight to activating, but from activation, but little later you can see that he has some holes here on h5 and f5. I don't like this move very much, but in any case, now we have knight e1, rook a d8, knight f2, knight c2, sorry, c5, a very nice move. He's playing against that knight, he stopped it, he don't like to let the knight jump there, but Nakamura is not playing strategically correctly here, because he's putting a lot of pawns in dark squares and he has a dark square bishop. And now George continues his strategy. If he has any opportunity, he just exchange pieces. His first priority to exchange a lot of pieces. And it's very difficult to beat him, because if he just exchange pieces and exchange pieces, then what to do? Now Nakamura played this nice move, f5. This is very nice, because at the correct moment he would like to play f4 and try to open up lines there and create an attack. Nothing bad is happening right now, but this is an aggressive move. And we have knight a3, another logical move. He would like to jump here on b5, maybe to look some squares to the enemy camp, or he would like to remaneuver the knight, something like that, knight b1, knight c3, and a little later knight d5. And you can see Nakamura just pushed the pawns forward and forward. This is an aggressive strategy, but he is creating holes behind. Now we have a6, try to restrict him once again, and George found another maneuver, knight b1. Now this is a very nice move, by the way, because he would like to double rooks in the d file, queen to c2, h4, another aggressive pawn move, knight to c3. Now he is ready to jump here on d5, and if the knight lands there, then things will not be so easy for black, right? And for that reason he captured on d1. Now white is forced to recapture with a knight, because the bishop is keeping an eye on the knight. For that reason he captured like that, and we have queen to c3. Another very nice move. He's controlling everything. Black has the upper hand here for sure. He has little initiative. Now we have knight to c3. He's ready to jump on d5 as well. Nakamura played queen d3, and as you guess, he just exchanged queens as well. And the situation is not very good for Nakamura now, because he just recaptured with a pawn, and after knight e1, this pawn on d3 is totally blocked, and white is better here, because after this exchange, white is better, because his king can activate it faster here, try to attack that pawn. No one can protect that pawn. His black king is very far away, and white is better. After one exchange, he is really better. Now we have b5, try to do something in the queen side. White continue with his normal plan. We have b4, try to restrict this knight, f3, another very nice move. Now we have bishop to c3. Of course, it's very bad to capture that knight, because that bishop, because these two pawns cannot stop by the king. They will be very powerful there. So we have knight to f2, a fantastic move, And I mentioned the problem. The problem is that pawn on d3. This is a real bad pawn now because no one can protect it. And if black push it forward, here, for example, I don't know if I can. If he can push it forward, that he can put the king here, stop this this forever, and after that he can put the knight back. After that, to regroup the king, maybe try to attack the bishop, or a lot of arrows, right? Or try to regroup somehow the knight in order to capture that that pawn. In order to do that, he would like the knight on f1. I'm not sure how he's going to do. Maybe he can play something like e4, and after that put the knight on e1, and after that on e3, and after that on f1, try to capture that pawn. So the situation is not very easy here for black. He has problems with that pawn. Nakamura didn't push it forward. He played bishop e3, a counter-attacking move, tried to attack this pawn. So George just captured a pawn. Say, why not? He would like to exchange pawns. Okay, we have king e2 now, the bishop is under attack, and another problem here, the pawn on c5 is a potential problem. He played bishop to d4, okay, the position is approximately equal again. We have h3, king e7, g4, a very nice move, try to blockade the pawns in dark squares and create a little space for the knight, because if this pawn removing from here somehow, then the knight can jump in the center, for example, knight f2 and knight e4. So we have king g6. Of course, Nakamura is not a fool. He is not coordinated with his opponent. He would like to put some obstacles. And now we have knight e1. King f7. You can see a new target here. He played knight to c2, and now he's threatening again to exchange pieces, continue his strategy, and create another isolated pawn. So the bishop has to go away. Now we have knight e3, a very nice maneuver here for George, and force black to do something with this f5 pawn. So Nakamura capture, he recapture here, capture and capture, and you can see now we have a new route for the king. So after this amazing maneuver, black has some problems because Nakamura played a lot of pawn moves, and all of his pawns are in dark squares. And now white can just penetrate here with the king, and now white is clearly better. It's very close to winning here. We have king to e6, knight d5, very nice move. King to bishop to d6, king to f3, king e5, and here king e3. Okay, black is just in time to put some stop here in white's advancement. He controlled the king, so the king cannot move forward, but the knight have options now, because the knight can give a check somehow to d3, for example, or to f3 somehow, and try to kick away the king. We have bishop to f8, knight here again, knight c7, the knight is dancing around. Now the a6 pawn is under attack. We have a5, and he came back. Now we have bishop to d6, knight b6 this time, and he would like to give a check here on d7. So Nakamura is in defense here, and he should be extremely careful not to lose something. He played bishop c7, we have knight d5, okay, George repeated the position. We have here bishop to d8. Right now George is in time pressure, you don't have a lot of time now. King here, king d3, he played bishop to f6, and imagine what, George with the first opportunity just captured this piece. King takes here, and now he went back, the king goes on e6, and this is a draw position. White cannot win here, cannot win because he cannot do anything with the king. He went back, king f3, king e5, king e3, and now Nakamura tried to push his luck, and he wasn't happy with the draw. He would like to push forward, and this could happen in strong players, because if they are pushing forward too much, if they would like to win too much, then they will take some risks, and these risks can cause the game. Because after a4, George just captured that pawn, and now he went back with the king. He would like to win something like that, to find to find a route with the king to capture that pawn and then capture that pawn and promote this pawn forward. But he has weaknesses in his position as well, and white can create his own counterplay. Of course, he didn't calculate it very well. He just played a very aggressive move, and now we have a5, king here, king here. He starts running, but George didn't went for this pawn, this h pawn, but he went for the other pawns in the king side. We have king d5, king a6, he captured here, he played that one, and now king d6, and you can see that this pawn on c file is much stronger, much faster. We have king a4, c5, king a3, c6, now king takes a2, c7, b3, a new queen, b2, and of course this position is totally winning with a lot of different ways, but George would like to force the draw here for sure, and for that reason he played that move queen b7. We have a new queen, exchanges here, this position is winning as well, but after this exchanges, now black cannot win at all. Black should try to defend here and try to he cannot do anything. He tried to flag him actually, because George has only 8 seconds, and after this moves he created a new queen. He had already 6 seconds and he didn't manage to win that game actually. He was a little stressed, maybe he don't believe it or something, but it could happen to anyone. Okay, he played queen e8. Now we have this move, another move here. The best moves is to play something for sure, try to cut the king for sure, and after that pre-move the king forward. This is a way to play blitz, to play very fast. But right now he played this one, Nakamura played here, very nice defense. He's putting his king in the center, try to create more problems, and in order to play fast you should pre-move your king to very fast, to do something like that, because if you start thinking it's very easy now to lose on time. He played here, here we have a check. This is a bad move. Of course it's better to put your king forward to push it, but okay, we have a check, and after some moves now he gives some checks, but as you can see his time is very limited, and after some checks he ran out of time and we have a draw here. In any case, it was a very interesting game, I think, and you might follow my friend George's strategy, try to exchange a lot of pieces, and as you can see sometimes it's very successful. You can see his elo here. You're very welcome to add him as a friend if you like, and I enjoy that game. So my question again to you is, what is your plans in this year? George would like to beat Hikaru Nakamura for sure. I guess that it will be his goal, and I wish him all the best. Thank you very much, Happy New Year, and see you again.
So, why you should become a member? This is an amazing opportunity to you to support the channel and gain access to exclusive perks. Well, it's not just about supporting the channel, it's about becoming part of the exclusive community. You'll be helping me to continue creating the content you love, and in return you get some fantastic benefits. We have 3 membership levels, tolerated fit everyone needs: the gold, the diamond and the platinum. Join as a member is a great way to interact with me directly. You will get loyalty badges next to your name in comments, access to custom emojis and special discounts. I prioritize replies to members. Access exclusive videos available only for members to enhance your chess skills. The time to improve is now. On the platinum membership plan you will get a chess course for free. So what you are waiting for? Click the join button to become a member today. Let's take this journey together to the next level and unlock these amazing perks.